on your upper lip. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're good, hope you're well. In today's video I did this pretty in pink makeup look, which I'm actually really proud of. Like this isn't what I usually do. But I did this makeup look today and I thought I'd share it with you guys, and also talked about, like, you know, enjoying time alone a little bit before I got sidetracked. But I hope you enjoy this video anyhow. And this hair, I did a video on how I did my hair transformation using Ali Gray's Hair 613 straight bundles. Not bundles, sorry, it was actually ready-made wig already, which was really helpful because I really feel like bundles are going to be extinct soon because wigs are just so much easier to work with. But it was blonde and then I tried to dye it to orange, but we have a peach pastel look, but I'm actually really enjoying it, so I'm going to stick it out for a while. But I'm going to leave all the details to my hair down below where you can shop it. It's actually really cheap right now. It's like between £70 and £100 for like a full unit, and this is 16 inches, so I think that's really good. But I hope you enjoy the video and see how I got this style and how I got this look. What was I gonna say? For more me, make sure you follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my channel, turn on post notifications. Hello guys. I really don't even do this often. I just thought I'd film a Sunday morning get ready with me. Why do I look so pale today? I thought I'd film a Sunday morning get ready with me because, I mean, well, oh, the clouds are just coming in. A Sunday morning. Oh, okay. No, you don't just disappear like that. This is why filming in the daytime is so hard. Anyways, so how's everyone doing? I know this is like a difficult time because we're all in somewhat of an isolation space and we kind of don't have the freedom that we used to. By the way, we're doing my skincare routine. If you want to see my skincare routine, make sure you follow me on Instagram, but I'm not doing it again. So yeah, I think now is like a really interesting time because I don't feel like this has ever happened to anyone in our time before, and I feel like the ones that have happened before, from what I remember, obviously I wouldn't remember that much because I was kind of young, but from the ones that I remember, it was never this intense. This one feels like the most intense. So it's kind of like you don't know whether to be scared or whether to just keep calm and carry on, even though we're all pretty much like in isolation. And I feel like it was something that you read about on the news, but now it's like really close to home. But aside from that, let's not focus on the actual details. I want to talk about like being in isolation or how people finding it. I think for me, I'm the type of person where like I do enjoy my own time, my own company. Like I can find a million and one things to do with my time. Guys, I started yoga since this whole thing happened. Yeah, I've started yoga since this whole thing happened, and I'm feeling great about it. But I feel like a lot of people don't really know what to do when they're by themselves, or like they're not used to being by themselves. I feel like this is going to be like a learning time for quite a lot of people. It's going to be a trying time, so it's like at this point you either figure out how to get used to it, get with the program, or that's it. Like what can you do? And if you want to see more of my skincare routine, you should follow me on Instagram because my skincare routine is there in full detail. Maybe I'll post it on here too, actually. I don't know, shall I? Maybe I'll post another one. I don't know, I guess I'll talk about in a little bit of detail like getting used to being alone. I don't feel like everyone is used to it, and maybe you could say that I've never really been fully alone, but I'm quite like in terms of like social wise, I'll go out, but I do enjoy spending time alone. Like I don't get necessarily lonely, or like I don't have a problem with being by myself. Like I love my own company. I think right now is going to be a lot of time where people realize that they are completely made up of their social circles, which is fine. Like there's social people, then there's people that are by themselves, but I think there's times where you kind of have to learn how to just do you, and these are one of those times. I think we do rely on the things we do outside of our home to make us feel, you know, like ourselves, like whether that be your work or where is it? I need like a table or just some type of makeup station. The sun's just like coming in and going out. I can't trust it. I need to hurry up. Yeah, I think for a lot of people, they're used to their work or whatever they do outside of their home to be their main thing. So being at home is just like their relaxation time. But let's be real, 3 to 5 weeks of relaxation, I don't know about that. I don't know if I can necessarily share tips about being alone, because I feel like it's very personality based, and it wouldn't be fair to be like, oh, you need to learn how to do everything on your own, because like loneliness is a real thing. Like people can get lonely. I think it's just about more acceptance of what's happening right now and being able to work around that. So yeah, I thought I might share some tips on how to enjoy being alone. I think first of all, you need to understand yourself very, very much. You need to know what you want out of this whole thing. You might want nothing. You might just want to go back to how things were, and that's completely fine. But we can't just be sitting here counting the days, because we don't know how long this is going to last for. I really hope I haven't like lost my color in my camera settings right now. Okay, well, you could just sit here and be like, I want my life to go back to normal. It's not going to for a while. So I think the first stage is just accepting that this is what's happening. So what am I going to do to make this easier for myself? Today I'm going to use my Pat McGrath foundation, and it's going to sound really backwards because this foundation is so expensive, but my Estee Lauder foundation is like my main foundation, and I don't really want to waste it right now until like I'm actually going out. I'd rather just save it. But my Pat McGrath one's really good. The only reason why I don't use it so much is that I don't think it's oily skin friendly. Like it's very runny. It's almost like, I don't know if anyone's ever tried the BareMinerals foundation serum. It's so good. It makes my skin glow. However, I don't think it's the best for oily skin, which is the same with this one. But it's such a lovely, lovely foundation to put on. If I didn't have oily skin, I think this would be my main squeeze. But yeah, as I was saying, you kind of have to think about what you want from this, because for one, you could literally just be sitting here counting the days instead of actually making the days count. So I think you have to understand some, like, just ask yourself some questions. What do I want from this? What type of person do I want to be when I come out of this? What skill have I always wanted to learn that I just never had the time for? Think about the things that you've always said that you wanted to do that you didn't have the time for. Now you have all the time in the world. What can you learn? What can you do? And don't get me wrong, I don't want to be like one of these Twitter entrepreneurs. I'm just saying, oh yeah, you have 24 hours and you have the same 24 hours in a day as Beyonce, because this is a mentally challenging time and it takes time to get into a routine. You won't feel like a brand new person on the first day of this whole thing. It's going to take a while. You're going to go through a lot of different emotions. But the key point is that, like, don't let it go by, because as scary and as challenging as these times are, there are some blessings in it, because I feel like the world's come to kind of like a reset, which we've never had before. Like, how many times have you ever seen big cities like New York, London, China just completely shut down? Like, how often have you just been able to stay home with no excuses and just rest with no excuses? So I think there's some positives that you can take from it. Again, it's just not a nice situation, but like, things keep moving. I think that's one of the things about life, is that no matter what's happening, you just have to keep moving or moving with it. So yeah, I think it's about understanding like what you want from this. Ask yourself, okay, what type of person do I want to be when I come out? What type of person do I want to be while I'm in this? What are the things that I've always wanted to learn? What are the things I've always wanted to do? Like, what can I do now? And rest is very much a valid answer to a lot of those questions. Don't feel like you have to be doing something active, because this could be just a time to rest, reset for when the world starts to move fast again, and you don't get to do this for another very long time. So rest is also a valid answer. Okay, I'm going to use my Toofaced concealer for my under eyes. I would prefer to use my Fenty, but it's finished and I didn't get any before this whole lockdown thing, and I didn't see the point in getting any because I have so much concealer in my house, in my makeup bag. It's just that my Fenty one's my favourite one, but we're in trying times right now. Money needs to be saved, so yeah. I think also this whole thing has made us a bit more grateful for just the dailies of our lives. I don't think we've ever stopped to think about whatever, like you might have a job that was, luckily enough, it wasn't a business that was told to shut down or made to shut down, or you're working for someone who is what's that word called, who has your back when stuff like this happens and you're still being paid. Like, it just makes you grateful for those situations, and just being able to go outside for regular stuff, you're just more grateful for it. I don't put it on here because it just like wipes away my makeup, so I just kind of use the residue from the rest of my face to put it on. So it kind of just also makes you grateful for the stuff that, for these basic things that you just didn't, that you just saw as your regular life before. Oh god, no, this is why I do not like this concealer. I just don't think it sits well on my face. I'm just gonna go over that with my Charlotte Tilbury concealer because this is just a mess. This is, I just don't know, this, it just doesn't, it's not for me. So it just kind of makes you think about those things, but rest is also a very valid answer to all of these questions. I think once you've decided the type of life you want to live during this, I think for me what I've been trying to do is to give myself the mornings that my ideal self would want. So I wake up, I kind of just chill for a minute. I hate jumping out of bed, so I wake up, I spend about 45 minutes just, you know, doing me, whatever that may be. I could be watching something, scrolling. Do you know what? A lot of people say you don't want to be on your phone in the first thing in the morning, but I honestly don't mind. I have no problems. This is why I do not like this concealer. I love this concealer. I think it's really good. It's not my like first choice, but it's a good choice. But this Toofaced one, it's just so ashy and dry. Like, it goes on creamy, and then blending it is just a nightmare. Honestly, just a nightmare. Yeah. Now this, my friend, is a concealer worth using. Just ridiculous. I can't believe that concealer just tried to ruin my makeup like that. Ridiculous. Can't trust anyone these days. No one. Anywho, as I was saying, yeah, I started to think about the type of mornings that I really want in my life, and I'm gonna put on some pink eyeshadow, so I need to conceal my eyes. Do you know what? Not having lash extensions has made me really appreciate my eyelids, because I can just like do this freely and feel fine. Anywho, think about what you want to do. Just start working on those things. There's nothing much that we can all do from this situation apart from stay educated and stay at home. So how can you make that time worthwhile rather than just sitting there and, you know, waiting for it to end? Yeah, I can't find my usual powder brush, but I will. I'm just gonna set under here with some powder. It's a little bit white, but you know, everything's just a bit off today. What can we do? Going for a peach look. I'm using the Toofaced. Oh, look, it matches me. I'm just gonna use the white. This is called white peach, just to like make it a bit more white. Was I? Yeah, you kind of just have to use it at a time to do what you can. Start that channel you've always wanted to start. Start working out, even though I really think if you are if you didn't work out before, starting to work out right now is going to be the hardest thing ever. No offense, I'm not trying to discourage anyone, I'm just saying, if you didn't jog before, good luck. Start your channel, make some content, read those books, finish that list of documentaries, those movies. Like, just use the time and kind of just enjoy it as much as you possibly can, because these are trying times, so like, you're gonna have to use enjoyment to help distract you. Oh god, my back. So next I'm gonna use Candied Peach. I'm just gonna put that absolutely everywhere. Like, actually I'm gonna use my fingers just to pack it on. I don't think brushes are as good at packing. There we go. Oh yes. I probably look like a crazy person, but that's okay. That is absolutely okay. You kind of just have to use this time while we wait for the worst. And I don't want to sound negative, but obviously this is how trends work. It has to go up before it goes down. And by trends I mean like actual patterns of activity rather than an actual trend. it's an anxious time. We don't really know what to do, and I'm so sorry to anyone affected by like what's actually happening. If you've lost, you know, jobs or whatever it may be, it's not an easy time. There's not much anyone can do except just keep going and hope for the best. Okay, so I don't really know where to go from here. I think I just need to add some like a bit of a darker color to my outer eyes, or maybe this is fine too. I don't even know. I don't know what my game plan was for this look. I really don't. Okay, I'm just gonna go around the edges with Puree just to kind of tone it down a little bit. It's a little bit, okay, yeah, we're just gonna turn out the edges with, what's that color called? Let's hope the sun comes back out, because I did just get ready and it better not be for no reason. I need some sun up in here. Okay, so we're just gonna, I really hope I don't mess this up, because damn, these are going on okay, Christina. What are you doing? Oh god, nope, it's coming up. It's coming up. 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't like wearing winged eyeliner because I feel like it makes me look like a cow, which is a really weird comparison, but it's true. Anyways, as I was saying, I want to know what you guys are going to be doing to come out of this a better version for yourself. And it's exhausting to hear, especially right now, like you just feel demotivated. Oh, that's a little bit bright. Feel a little bit demotivated and all of that, so like no pressure, but just think about it. Like, how do you actually want to come out of this? We're going in. We did it. I think I bought the wrong lashes, but that's okay. But, this keeps my makeup on. If you guys want to see what I do to make my makeup stay on for at least 10 to 12 hours, then watch my oily skin makeup routine. It's like a few videos before this. Sorry for the light changes, guys. It is what it is. I'm not going to be fussy about it. I feel like I enjoy making videos more when they're not like, when I'm just not doing too much. So I'm trying to keep it as low maintenance. Now that that's done, we can start working on the important parts. Highlight! And I'm going to use the sparkly one and just put it at the top of my cheekbones. On your upper lip. However, I must say, back to the original topic, some of us are obviously not, we don't have free time, we're now working from home, which means we don't have the same amount of free time. Like my free time, it's a little bit more, but it's just, it's not obviously the same as someone whose work has just had to stop. Using a brush and some mousse front to come around. Like, see, I just swooped it here. I'm actually gonna cut this so that it's a bit shorter and I can do the flippy uppy style. I'm not gonna do it right now because I don't have time for that. Oh god, there's not much left, but using what we have, I'm literally just gonna take everything and just whack it on. Yeah, whack it on. Okay, so this is my finished look. I hope you liked this tutorial on pretty in pink, how to peach it up. I thoroughly enjoyed doing this, and it is way too early for me to be slaying this hard, but better looking fire. What's good? This it's a fire look. It's just, it be what it be. You can't do this. You just, it don't get better than this, honey. It just don't. Wow, this is a great look. I didn't think I'd. Okay, and that, my friends, is the final look. Sorry for all the light changes in this video. England. That's all I can say. There's no consistency in the weather, but I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know if you try it at home. I will link all the details to my hair, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.